Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this tutorial we are going to discuss about the boot process. Basically, whenever you start the operating system, you will get to know in background many things happens, and suddenly the login screen appears in front of you. So to understand this, how the operating system boot, we have created this video and hope you will like this video. These are the parts and component we are going to discuss inside it, which is really play a very helpful part in booting the operating system. So here we have, and let's start. Before starting, I would request everybody to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you won't miss any of the notifications, and press the like button to make it most like video. So guys, let's start for the Linux boot process. First of all, we need to press the power on button, which is similar look like this. The moment you press the button, it will start the BIOS from the system firmware, and system firmware it will check for the hardware integrity of all the connected devices. Basically, this stand for BIOS input output system, and it will do the system integrity by running the power on self test, which is basically one very basic test. And once it successfully complete, it will check for the bootloaders. It's execute the bootloader. Basically, for checking the bootloader, first of all it should know where are the bootloaders located, what are the devices, and from where it can find it. For that, it will go one by one in all devices, and the moment it will checks the bootloader, it will execute it. And the bootloader is always located at the first sector of a disk. Most probably it will be hard disk, because it's used most frequently. CD or network devices also may be the one of the options for the bootable device. So BIOS execute responsible for executions of bootloader. The moment it transfer the control to MBR, which is stand for master boot record. It having informations of 512 byte, which consist of three part. One part is for the 446 byte, that contain the address of the primary bootloader, and the 64 bytes are for the disk partitioning information, and 2 byte is for the integrity check of the partitioning system. Basically, this MBR is not the actual bootloader, it's only the pointer or the address which is point to the actual bootloader. Now the system will load and execute the next bootloader, which is called GRUB, Grand Unified Bootloader. So this is basically the bootloader where system will get to know what are the kernels available, and what are the kernel images you have to run it. Either you can select, or if you don't select it, it will take its default informations, which is located in the /boot grub configurations file. This is a place where you can see the one splashing screen where it asks for the selections, and whatever the kernel available, and if you don't select, it will go off and it will select the default which is available on the boot grub configuration file. The next step, it's load the kernel, and the moment it load the kernel will be in the compressed and root only state. At this state, it's need modules and the file system to mount it, as well as boot the file system. So for that, what it will do, the kernel will take the module from init ram fs, and it will check for the drivers and it will initialize the hardware. After initializing the hardware, it will load the it will run the command which is called spin init. After running the init spin command, this is the first process where init is executed, and it's denoted by 1. You can check inside the process, the system ID for the init will be 1. After this the init will be the symbolic link to systemd, and systemd will check what are the target devices it has to execute and what run level it has to execute. It may be graphical, it may be multi-user, it may be depends on the configurations file what is had been set. So guys, hope you have liked this process, and I have also created one small video for this practical. So let's move to the practical part. Guys, here I'm going to show you the practical. First we will reboot the operating system, which is GUI interface also. Let's reboot. The moment we reboot, we can see the VMware console and press the escape button, and you can see here the attached devices which is available to the system: bootable devices, its removable devices, and other is hard disk, CD-ROM, and network boot from the Intel E. So let's see the enter setup. So this is a place where you can define the setup of a, where you can define from which bootable devices you want to boot it. Here star represent, this is for the hard disk. Hard disk is a bootable device in this case. Okay, let's exit, discard the changes, and if you can see, this is a grub page where it will give you the options to select the operating system, and if you don't select anything, it will and select the kernel which is mentioned inside the boot file system. Boot file locations I have already shown you. So let's go up and edit, see what is inside this grab. I think this is little bit small for you guys. Let's make it bigger. So press E, and if you scroll down, you can see this Linux 16, and this is VM Linux, which is the Linux operating system, which is kernel, and here you can see the location which is init rmfs, and so these are the two things will be inside the grub. So the moment you exit from here, it will wait for some seconds. Okay, I think I need to press it here because that options is already gone. So press it. The moment you press it, it will take some time, and here you can see the little bit first screen will appear. It indicates it's loading the kernel, the kernel initially, but not completely. Okay, you can see this image, so that means kernel has been loaded, but with not all the modules. Now it will go and start all the processes. Here is a login screen. So this is the way how the operating system boots and come in front of the login page. Hope you guys like this video and will subscribe to my channel, and also please press the bell icon as well as the like button. Thank you very much, and thanks for watching. Bye, take care.